Today we will be solving the power problem. So what is the power problem? So power xn. One second. That will be represented by x raised to power n. So if it's 2 raised to 4, it's 2 raised to 4. So that means multiplied to 4 times. That one will be 4 into 4 and it will return 16. But what if your number is negative? So x minus n. If it's 2 raised to minus 2, so how you represent it? 2 raised to minus 1 is 1 by 2. So you multiply twice. 2 by 2 is 4. So it's 1 by 4, which equal to 0.25. So that's your answer. So how you solve this problem? So let's say you have the x and the n table. X is 2, n is 4. So every time will be while loop that will multiply the x with itself as long as n is even number. But if the n is odd number, then we will multiply x only once to your answer. So that say your answer variable is currently 1 and currently x is 2. So here will be do x by x. So that will be 4. Every time we multiply it with x, you need to decrease the n. So here it will be n will be n by 2. So it will be 2. So now currently your x is 4, answer is still 1, x is 4, n is 2. Now say again, you will multiply, because this is still even number, n is, you multiply 4 by 4 again, x into x, last x value is 4. So that is 4 into 4, 16. And your n will become n by 2. So 2 by 2 is equal to 1. At this point, you have now n is an odd number. So you are not going to multiply x into x again. You will be multiplying this into your answer. So answer into x. So your answer was initially 1. You multiply with x. So that's 16. And that's your answer. But what happens if the n is odd number? Say x, here is n, we started with 3. So first of all, our answer variable here is initially 1, okay? But you see n is odd number. So if you divide first n by 3, n by 3 by 2, that will give you 1. So that's the modulo of 3 by 2 will be 1. What is the left? If it's the odd number and even number to identify. So it's the odd number. In that case, we are multiplying the actual, here the value is itself. So 3 by 2 is also 1. And whatever leftover modulo operation is also 1. So we are identifying this is the odd number. So what we will do is we will multiply x into answer because it's an odd number. So you multiply x once. So it will be 1 into 2. So that will give you 2. So your answer is currently 2. Now you will continue that given you will multiply it 2 twice also, like because you are doing the while loop operation. So 2 into 2 is 4. And your n 3 by 2 is the last value, n is 1 because you multiply it twice and you now will divide 3 by 2, which is the 1. The only use case we need to extra take care because it's an odd number that we need to multiply that value with the answer. Now if we come here, this is the last x4 value. Now if you see the last n value is also 1. So given it's 1, this is also odd number. So 1 by modulo 2 will give you 1. 1 modulo 2, that's going to give you 1. So here you are going to multiply your answer with x again. So what's the last answer value? It's 2. What's the last 4 value? That is 4. 2 by 4, 8. So 8 is your answer. So let's check the code for this. Clean. How you approach this? So first you are going to have a long n value. Why long? Say if you have the integer min range or max range value, if it's a negative value, you convert it to positive, you probably run out of range or something issue. So it's better we convert it to the long. If x is less than 0, then we need to convert it to the positive value. So 1 by x as we discussed. And n will be minus n to convert it to positive value. So let's start. While n is greater than 0, the power is greater than 0. First we need to check if the power is odd number or even number. So if power is odd number, this will be our answer variable. So if it's the odd number, then as we discuss further, we will multiply answer with x value. And the regular case will, every time we iterate through, we multiply x with x itself. So every time x will be doubled, it will be double value, x into x, and n will be half. So n will be n by 2. And then we return the answer value. So let's run the code. So 2 raised to 3, 8. Let's check the negative use case. 2 raised to minus 3. We ran into the error. So let's check our code. Where is the issue? And is equal to and our answer is equal to x that we are multiplying once, and we are dividing every time. So n is equal to 0. X, we are dividing x into 1 by x. Okay, here is the issue, that we are checking the value, not power. So n is less than 0. Power is less than 0, then we need to convert it to the positive value. So let's run again. 2 raised to minus 3.125. Submit our code and correct. Thank you.